Can I ask?
I'm trying to unmute. Yes, sure. Okay, I will read the stories that you asked me to read, Brother Garfield. Go ahead, Reggie. Brother Reggie.
Thank you. So with Christianity, the essential character is Christ, correct?
Yes.
Right. And Christ is a Hebrew, right? He was circumcised on the 8th day, and he believes in the Torah and the Tanakh, right?
That's what the story says, yes.
Yeah, that's what the story. Okay, the story says, but people believe the belief. There's a story and then there's the belief. So, can I ask you a question? He was born from Mary, right?
Yes, according to the gospel.
And in Mary, she had no sin when she died, or when she was born, right?
Yeah, she was immaculately conceived.
Did Horus have sin?
Horus, you mean?
Yeah.
Heru?
Yeah.
Did he have sin?
Yeah. Was he a sinful person?
Like I said, you would be able to tell me better than I could tell you about when it comes to Kemet. I know Jesus didn't have any sin, but I don't know. You tell me.
Well, Horus, if Jesus is Horus, and Horus is full of sin, how could Jesus be Horus?
I don't know. Is Horus full of sin?
Listen, I know. Y'all will find out.
Yeah, from what I've seen, Horus is considered, I guess you can correct me, but a type of god in Kemet, correct?
Okay, so that's, in Napah, it's not your fault. It's the fault of our, when you hear these stories from our master teachers and you hear it from the Europeans, but the real fault is from our own people. When they don't go and check the work of our master teachers and they parrot it, and then they come on these boards, right, and parroting stuff and don't check it, that is poor scholarship. And so this is why we're having this conversation today, because we don't know who Horus is. And we don't know who his mother Aset is. So if Horus has sinned, right, how could he be considered Jesus Christ? How could Jesus Christ, how could they be the same?
Okay, well, first off, I'm not saying, we're talking about Christianity, and I think I've heard you teach this. Not exactly, but I think you'll agree. That religion was forced upon a group of people who had a different type of belief, and I'm saying let's even look at Kemet. If they were believing in a certain way, and whether they were worshiping or not, okay, I'm not arguing that, but they were believing in a certain way, with theology. And then here comes the Christianity. I'm sorry, let me rewind it. Here comes a group of people, of government, not Christianity. Here comes a government of people. And they want to, use the politics to model a different religion. They want to take control of the people with a different religion. And in that different religion, which is Christianity, they got to, assimilate the people. They have to ease them in. So all the stories aren't going to match. Jesus isn't going to be identical to Heru.
Okay, so
but the foundation, and I want to say this though. From what I've learned, from what I've researched, and not just how can I say this? Not just from myself, but teachers like who are in the community, not just the Brother Jabari, other teachers, and even you. I've always seen it where Heru is a type of god. He's revered. And in the story that you hear about Asar and Set with the concept of them fighting, the belief of them battling, they were battling for power to rule. That's what I thought.
Okay,
and
but I just want to check: is Jesus?
So I'm just wondering, when I say God, then he was a god, right?
Well, I want to just check. So is Jesus, your Yahweh Shah, is he without sin?
Is Jesus without sin in the Christian religion? According to Christianity, yes.
According to you.
See, now you're asking me. I didn't ask your personal belief or Garfield's personal belief.
Your scholarly belief. Your scholarly point.
Yes, scholarly belief. Scholarly read. You can read. Okay, then my scholarly. It's not a belief. Scholarly, you can read the gospel and see that he's with. Okay, you can read the gospels. Scholarly, you can read the gospels and see Jesus is without sin according to the book.
That is your stance? Is that your stance?
This isn't an opinion according to this book.
Oh, so you want to straddle the fence? I'm asking you. So if you ask,
no, I'm not straddling the fence. I didn't ask you. See, you want to corner me on belief, but I haven't asked you or Garfield your belief.
It's not a belief. I'm asking you not your belief. I'm asking your scholarly intellectual stance.
And my scholarly intellectual stance, and anyone who can read the Bible and read a book can see that Jesus is without sin.
Okay.
That's a fact. Now let me tell you something. Let me say this, brother. That's not my opinion. Even if you're an atheist, if you read the Bible and you see the Bible and you're an atheist, you will walk away and say, it's a fact that Bible says that Jesus is without sin. It's not my opinion. It's a fact it's a fact that the Gospels and Paul and all of the Bible, the New Testament says Jesus is without sin. So it's not my belief. It's not my opinion. It's a fact that the New Testament says Jesus is without sin.
But how would that account for all of the Jews who see that same scripture and see all kind of sin in Jesus?
That's a different topic and a different conversation. And it's a good one, but it's a different one.
Well, I was just saying that because I was just saying that to say that you just can't look at, some people can see Jesus as non-sinful and others can see him as sinful, So, because he asked the question, did Jesus have sin? And it depends on who's answering that question in reality.
Well, it's not actually, because you don't believe in the New Testament, but I'm pretty sure you know that if you read the New Testament, it says Jesus is without sin. I can get some scriptures for those who are seemingly confused.
But scholarly conversation. So Yasha ben Yisrael is asking the similar question because he is also a Hebrew. He just doesn't believe in the Messiah. So we're asking your intellectual stance. So stop straddling the fence. But you did say that you were...
I'm not straddling the fence.
Yes. Press 1 press 1.
No, don't press. First off, before you press 1, press 1 if you know how to read. And if you do, go read the New Testament and find where it says Jesus has some sin. No, let me get a scripture from the New Testament. Let me source up.
No problem. You didn't answer my question.
She's finally gonna show a source, bro. Let her show it, bro.
No, not finally. I showed the stele. I showed the story of Hermopolis. You're playing yourself, Garfield. You're playing yourself, and you haven't shown one source. And you haven't shown one source.
Both of you scholars' ass trying to double team her, and she been kicking both of your ass. She been showing sources, so don't act like she ain't been showing no sources, man.
Here, real quick, King, let me get this.
Man. Come on,
my love. King, here it is. 1 Peter. Chapter 2, verse 22, and there's hundreds. Yeah, now I'm trying to get this. You guys. Okay, he's saying my opinion. It's not my opinion. It's a fact that the New Testament says Jesus doesn't have sin. Let's read 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 22. Talking about Jesus, who did no sin. Let me say it one more time. Who did no sin. I'm going to do it one more time for those in the back. Who did no sin, neither was guile, that's lies, found in his mouth, unlike some people. So that book, it's not about my personal belief, because I didn't ask you yours. We're talking about intellectual scholarship, right? The book says, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 22, and many other scriptures say, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. So your question was, did Jesus sin? I said, according to the book. No. Then you start asking me what I believe. I didn't ask you what you believe. You know what? I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night.
I just asked you your intellectual stance.
Oh, man. That was fire.
That is my intellectual stance. I'm going to have to start talking louder. I didn't want to do this. My intellectual stance means I read the book, and intelligently, what does the book tell me? Reading Comprehension 101. The book, intellectual stance, says that Jesus didn't have any sin. Even if I was an atheist, that would be my intellectual stance. Okay? Jesus didn't have any such sin according to the book, that's forming my intellectual stance. Okay?
Okay, so watch this.
Reggie, you gonna watch this in a minute. I'm getting ready to crack your cranium, and I'm not gonna do it. Your teacher gonna do it. Dr. Ben is gonna crack your cranium, boy. Watch. Keep talking.